Yeah, good evening, dear students. Welcome back once again. This is Srinivas. I am dealing by this subject and we are discussing about digestive system. But what we discussed yesterday, we have to recall once again. That is about nutrition, their types: autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. In heterotrophic nutrition, there are four types: parasitic, symbiotic, holozoic, and saprophytic. With examples we discussed yesterday. Autotrophic nutrition example is plants. Saprophytic, parasitic nutrition example is leech and lice. Saprophytic nutrition is mushrooms. Next, symbiotic means rhizobium bacteria and root nodules of leguminous plants. The last one is holozoic nutrition. That is nothing but mammals and other animals which take the food as a whole. And yesterday we discussed the different parts of the human digestive system that starts with mouth and ends with anus. So now we are going to discuss about how digestion process is going on in our body with the help of which substances. Okay, now I am going to write on the board. Let us see that. First one in mouth. In mouth, carbohydrates are digested in the mouth, but with the help of which enzyme? Salivary amylase. Salivary amylase. So carbohydrates are converted into maltose with the help of salivary amylase. Next, after mouth, the carbohydrates digested after, the bolus, the chewed food which is present in the mouth, will enter into the stomach. So in the stomach, what I told you, gastric juice is present. This gastric juice is present and it releases two types of substances, that is pepsin and hydrochloric acid. So in the stomach, with the help of pepsin enzyme, proteins are digested. This one you have to know. Okay, proteins are digested with the help of pepsin enzyme and they are converted into the new product called as peptones. Okay, now you came across two enzymes. They are salivary amylase, which converts carbohydrates into maltose. Already you know, in the lower classes you learned that carbohydrates are energy giving foods. Next, what about pepsin enzyme? It converts proteins into peptones. What are proteins? They are body building foods. In the lower class you learned already, but now again I am telling you. Stomach after liver. In the liver, bile juice is present. In the liver, bile juice is present, which converts fats into fatty acids and glycerols. So in the liver, bile juice is present, but it does not contain any enzyme. So, but it will break down the fat substances into simpler ones. How the fat substances will be there? Like this. They are converted into fatty acids and glycerols, like this. are converted into fatty acids and glycerols with the help of bile juice. Bile juice is secreted from where, Nana? From liver. Okay. So, this is also called as emulsification. The next thing is pancreas. In the pancreas, 3 enzymes are present. They are in the pancreas, 3 enzymes are present. They are trypsin, lipase, and amylase. Pancreas, which are present below the stomach, they secrete 3 types of enzymes. They are trypsin enzyme, lipase enzyme, and amylase enzyme. This trypsin enzyme converts proteins into peptones, same like pepsin enzyme. Are you understood? Okay. Next, lipase enzyme converts fats into fatty acids. Already I told you in the liver topic. Next, the last one is amylase. Amylase already we saw in the mouth, that is salivary amylase. Same, it converts the leftover carbohydrates into maltose sugar. Okay, na? So, pancreas secretes 3 types of enzymes. So they are trypsin, lipase, and amylase. Okay, trypsin converts proteins into peptones. Lipase converts fats into fatty acids. Next, amylase converts carbohydrates into maltose sugar. And the last one is intestines. Intestines is nothing but about small intestine. I already told you the small intestine is the longest part of the digestive system. So, from the small intestine, okay, small intestine, 2 types of enzymes are released. They are peptidases and sucrase. Small intestines secretes 2 types of enzymes. They are peptidases and sucrase. What peptidases will do? Same like they convert proteins into peptones. Okay. Next, then the sucrase enzyme, which is present in the small intestine, converts sucrose into glucose. Everybody understood? So, from the small intestine, 2 enzymes are secreted. They are peptidases and sucrase. Peptidases converts proteins into peptones and peptides also. Next, the last one is sucrase. Sucrase converts sucrose into glucose. This glucose only at the end of the digestion in small intestine, this glucose reaches into each and every cell to give energy for the cell's growth and development and repair of the tissues. Okay, this is about the digestive system. With the help of digestive enzymes, the food is broken into smaller particles to give energy to do work. Now we are going to discuss about how from the lower class what you learnt actually. Which gives energy to do work means food gives us energy to do work. The food gives energy to do work. Food gives us energy to do work. This food gives us energy to do work, but the energy present in the form of glucose. The energy is present in the form of glucose. This glucose only in each part of the body reaches and it gives us energy. Next, in human digestive system, the food what we take, the food what we intake is called nutrition. So, in nutrition is nothing but the word which came from nutrients only. The nutrients which are present in the food items are nothing but they are 6 types. Nutrients which are present in our food item are they are vitamins, minerals, fats, okay, carbohydrates, proteins, last one is roughages. Roughages are also called as dietary fibers. Understood everybody? Once again listen, nutrients are mainly 6 types. They are vitamins, minerals, fats, carbohydrates, proteins, roughages. Roughages are also called as dietary fibers. So these roughages helps in preventing constipation in our body. Then what is the use of vitamins and minerals? These two are called as protective foods. So these vitamins and minerals are present in leafy vegetables, fruits, dry fruits. Understood? So these vitamins and minerals are called as protective foods. These protective foods protect our body from diseases. So they develop immunity power in our body, right? What is meant by immunity again? Immunity is nothing but the disease resistant power which is developed in our body is called as immunity. If there is no immunity in our body, then if any disease we suffer, we cannot bear and tolerate. Understood? And we become weak and laziness, dizziness, sick, right? Unable to do any work. Okay. What are fats here? The fats and carbohydrates are nothing but energy giving foods. Without energy we can't do any work. That's why carbohydrates and fats. Okay, fats are nothing but present in oil food items like oil seeds. Understood? Next, carbohydrates are present in rice, sugar, bread, chapati, wheat. Next, proteins are nothing but body building foods. As you know well, a baby child grows automatically the day by day or monthly or yearly, okay, because of the development of bones and muscles in the body. How the development occurs? With the help of these proteins. And I told you already, what are roughages? They are also called as dietary fibers. These dietary fibers are present in each and every vegetable and fruit. When we take proper amount of food in time, so these roughages work as fibers. They are highly rich fibers. They help in preventing constipation. What is constipation? What is mean by constipation? Constipation is nothing but whenever in our body the food, if not digested in time, then we feel more stomach pain in the intestinal regions, nothing but in the abdominal region. We feel so much pain in the abdominal region. That is only called as constipation. To remove this constipation, okay, we have to take the food items which contain roughages. Okay, roughages are present in dry fruits, leafy vegetables, okay, and raw vegetables also, fruits also. So finally I can say that by maintaining these all nutrients, okay, in our food, we call these as balanced diet. What is that? Balanced diet. If we maintain balanced diet is nothing but the food which contain all these nutrients needed by our body. Once again, the food which contain nutrients which are needed by our body in proper quantity is called as balanced diet. If we maintain balanced diet, then no disease will occur to our body, and we are healthy and safe, and we are active daily. We can do any work, we can do walking, and we can do any exercise also. Understood? Next. In human digestion process, okay, I already told you human digestion process starts with mouth and ends with anus. So there are 5 stages in human digestive system process. The 5 stages are: first one is ingestion. Second, what is ingestion? Intake of food into mouth. The process of taking food into mouth is called ingestion. Okay? The process of taking food into mouth is called ingestion. Taking food into mouth. Second one, when we take food into mouth, what happens? The digestion process starts. That's why the second stage is digestion. What do you mean by digestion? The process of breaking down of food molecules, larger food molecules into smaller food molecules to release energy is called as digestion. Once again, the process of breaking down of large food molecules into smaller food molecules to release energy to each and every cell in the body is called as digestion. Breaking down of large food molecules into smaller food molecules. We can say in another manner also. The process of breaking down of larger food molecule means what? Insoluble food molecules into smaller food molecules means soluble food molecules. Okay, soluble and into simpler ones, because in order to reach each and every cell in our body, so digestion process is most important, right? The third one is, yesterday I already told you, the chewed food is called bolus, and the bolus changes into chyme. This chyme, the chyme formation after chyme is absorbed into small intestine through villi. Yesterday I told you. What are villi? The functional unit of small intestine are called villi. They are microscopic in nature. This villi helps in absorption of digested food molecules. That's why the third one is absorption. What is that? Absorption. The passage of, the meaning of absorption is the traveling of the digested food molecules through the small intestine, through villi, is called as absorption. Okay? The passage of or the traveling of, passage of digested food into small intestine through villi is called as absorption. Now, after absorption of digested food, who will receive that one? The from villi, the digested food along with nutrients, elements, okay, and essential substances along with water reaches to each and every cell in the body, to each and every tissue in the body. Okay, na? So that is nothing but the fourth one, assimilation. What is that? Assimilation. Assimilation is nothing but the digested food which reaches to each and every cell for its body use, for proper growth, development and tissue repair is called assimilation. Assimilation means, once again, the digested food molecules which are passing through the small intestine, okay, they should reach to each and every cell for their growth, development and repair is called as assimilation. Nothing but to each and every cell the absorbed and digested food to each and every cell in the body. To each and every cell in the body, it should reach for the proper growth and to repair tissues and development of the body is called assimilation. For growth, next repair and development is called as assimilation. Okay, from ingestion to assimilation, ingestion, digestion, absorption and assimilation. Total, this is about digested food matter only. But what about the leftover food which is undigested? The undigested food will go into the large intestine. Yesterday only I told. The undigested food will pass into large intestine from small intestine along with wastewater, salts and a part of urea and some quantity of uric acid. The undigested food will not stay in our body. It should be removed out. So that process is called as digestion. What is digestion and meaning? What is the meaning of digestion is nothing but the process of sending out undigested fecal matter or waste food which is formed in our body is called as digestion. Digestion, another name is defecation. What is that? Defecation. The process of sending out the waste matter, that is undigested food along with waste water, salts, okay, urea, uric acid also is called as digestion, or it is also called as defecation. The undigested food which is present in the large intestine is called fecal matter also, which looks like yellow color. Okay, so it should be sent out after digestion of the food. So the process of removal of undigested food from the body is called as digestion. Understood? So in our human digestive system, digestion process will have 5 stages. They are ingestion. Ingestion is nothing but taking food into mouth. Next, digestion, breaking down of large food molecules into smaller food molecules, means insoluble food molecules into soluble form is called as digestion. Next, absorption, the passage of digested food molecules into small intestine through villi is called as absorption. Next, assimilation, the absorbed digested food molecules should reach to each and every cell for their growth, repair and development is called as assimilation. Next, egestion. Egestion is nothing but the undigested food which is left over in the small intestine, okay, it should be removed from our body. That's why the removal of undigested food from the body is called egestion. Okay, I hope you can understand what I taught from the previous class to now. So we discussed only about human digestive system and about the digestion process and about the importance of nutrients in our body, right, and how many types of nutrition also there, right. So the next topic is actually how the food is prepared by the plants in the nature. You have to know well first. The major source of energy is nothing but solar energy. Solar energy. The major source of energy in the nature or in our total universe is nothing but solar energy. Solar energy comes from where? Sunlight. Sun. This solar energy, okay, the solar energy which is coming from the sunlight is received by the green plants which are present on the earth. By trapping the solar energy, the plants prepare the food materials. That process is called as photosynthesis. Not only solar energy, the plants take in carbon dioxide also from the atmosphere. Next, minerals from the soil. What are they? Minerals from the soil. Understood? Minerals from the soil. And another one is water from the earth. Water from the earth. Water from the earth. So these are nothing but the raw materials. Sunlight, number 1. Number 2, carbon dioxide. Number 3, minerals and salts from the soil. Minerals and salts from the soil. And last one is water. Water is nothing but formula is H2O. Carbon dioxide formula is CO2. Okay na? These are called as raw materials. Okay na? The process of preparing food materials by using raw materials, okay, to prepare the larger organic molecules is called as photosynthesis. Once again, I will tell another definition. The process of making food materials by using raw materials from the nature, okay, by using simple inorganic substances to convert into complex organic food molecules is called as photosynthesis. Now let us see the formula. By using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight, and another one is chlorophyll. CH2O plus O2 plus H2O. This is the formula for photosynthesis. 1 mole of carbon dioxide plus 2 moles of water molecule give rise to CH2O plus 1 oxygen molecule and 1 water molecule. Let us see, is it a balanced chemical equation or not? Here CH2O is nothing but carbohydrates. I already told you what are carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are nothing but the combination of carbon and water molecule is called carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are nothing but energy giving foods. Right? Now see CO2 completed. Next 2 H2O, 1 H2O plus another H2O. Total 2 molecules of water and 1 mole of carbon dioxide. This is nothing but photosynthesis equation. It was first given by C.B. Van Neel. It was first formulated by C.B. Van Neel. Understood, children? So, not only carbohydrates, glucose also formed in the plants. Glucose is nothing but in the form of a starch. Carbohydrates are actually 3 types. They are carbohydrates are actually 3 types. They are starch, cellulose, third one is glucose. Okay, children. Next, another one is, I hope that you understood very well. Up to now we discussed about the importance of nutrition, nutrients, types of nutrition. Next, about the digestion process in our body, and next human digestive system with the different parts. The food enters into mouth and ends with, after digestion ends with anus. How energy is released in our body? I already told you, by assimilation process. And the undigested food is removed from our body. That process is called egestion. So, from ingestion to egestion, I taught you up to now. I hope you understood very well. Next thing is, from pre-primary classes you learnt that the food gives us energy to do work. How food is giving us energy, and that energy is present in the form of glucose. That's why doctors will advise to us, understood? Doctors will advise, when we become weak or sick, the doctors will tell that your glucose levels are very, very low. That's why they will keep saline. In the saline, what is present? Actually, the liquid contains salts and sugar molecules. So, it is nothing but one type of oral rehydration solution which is giving us energy by intaking with the help of injections or syringes. This glucose is one of the form of carbohydrates which gives us energy to do work. But in our food, what is present? Okay? In our food, what is present? Elements are present. The important elements are present. Nutrients are present. Next, water is present in water vegetables. Okay, na? Water is present in water vegetables like kheera, rich gourd, bottle gourd, etc. Next, fiber, minerals. Understood? Next to sugars. Everybody know what are elements actually? The elements are the substances which are formed by atoms and molecules. Example, which elements are necessary for our body means iron. Iron is denoted by Fe, ferrum. Next, calcium. Iron improves our blood by combining with hemoglobin and transporting oxygen to each and every cell in the body. Next, calcium. Calcium and phosphorus. These two are very, very important to make our bones strong. Okay na? Next. Next we have sulfur compounds also, and zinc, magnesium, right? So on. These are all elements only which are necessary for our body growth and development. Next, nutrients, just now I told, vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fats, proteins and roughages. These are very, very important in energy giving, body building and protecting our body from diseases, so many diseases. Next, water is very, very useful for our body. By drinking plenty of water, our body will be in regular temperature. Nothing but water regulates body temperature. Water maintains equilibrium state of our body. That's why we have to take daily 5 to 6 liters of water to maintain the temperature in a normal state. Next, fiber, you know, fiber is present in so many fruits and vegetables. This fiber helps in preventing what I told, preventing constipation. Next, minerals also. Minerals also are nothing but protective foods. Already I told you. Next, sugars. Sugars and salts are most important in our body because they maintain proper sugar level and salt level in order to maintain proper blood pressure and heartbeat. These are important, right? Sugars are one of the form of glucose only. How sugars we get? From sugarcane and by eating more number of fruits, because when plants prepare food materials, the fruits which are present first in the form of starch, they are converted into sugar forms. So in ripened fruits we can see sugar. So we get sugar or sweet in the form of fruits also, or in sweet shop also available. But we should not take more amount of sugar or sweet items. Why? Because in the future we may suffer from diabetes. Okay na? Next, you can see what I wrote on the board. Food gives us energy. In the food, what is present? In time taking of food maintains health, and this health only is nothing but health is wealth. If you maintain proper balanced diet in time, then your health will be wealth, or you will be well-being. Health is nothing but a physical state of well-being is called health. I hope that you will maintain the same by taking maintaining proper ratio or concentration of food items in equal levels only we have to take. If we maintain balanced diet, then we can maintain proper health. Our elders will say health is wealth. Health is wealth means what? Arogyame Mahabhagyam, right? So if you not take food in time, then we may suffer from ulcers also. Ulcers are nothing but in the stomach. The ulcers are caused in the stomach. Peptic ulcers we say like this. They are nothing but small tumors or sores or boils inside the walls of the stomach. Always they give us irritation somewhat. If you take any spicy item or sweets or sour items, then they create some burning sensation in the stomach, and we prefer drinking more water even though the food cannot digest also. That's why my good advice is to take food in time, that is 3 times daily, morning to evening, 3 times daily. So morning breakfast compulsory, afternoon lunch compulsory, and evening dinner compulsory. That too in time we have to take, otherwise we may suffer from ulcer problem. These ulcers are very dangerous. Okay, always they create burning sensation in our body. With the help of with the burning sensation, whatever we eat, any masala food items also cannot digest. Okay, that's why I hope you understood about this. Next thing, today if you take today 8 o'clock breakfast, then tomorrow also you have to take same time breakfast, otherwise ulcer problem will cause in our stomach. Understood? Next, if you have any doubts you can ask me. Regarding this topic, if you have any doubts you can ask me. So I hope that from pre-primary level to higher 10th class you have been understood up to now about the digestion process and human digestive system, how it is working well in our body. So we have to take proper food only, and we have to avoid junk food which is outside or more oil food outside, otherwise we may suffer from so many diseases, liver problems or indigestion problems. Okay na? And sometimes if the food is not digested in the stomach properly by taking oil food, then we may suffer from vomitings also. This vomitings, another name is nothing but reverse peristalsis. I already told you. What do you mean by reverse peristalsis? The food in time not digested in the stomach means it comes out again from esophagus into mouth. That is only called as reverse peristalsis. But reverse peristalsis is opposite to peristalsis. What do you mean by peristalsis again? Peristalsis is nothing but the movement of chewed food bolus into the stomach is called as peristalsis, or it is also called the wave-like movement of bolus in the esophagus to reach into the stomach is called peristalsis. It is also called as peristaltic movement of bolus, right? I hope you understood. Again we meet tomorrow. Thank you.